Dr. James G. White. I'm a 1st District Milwaukee County Supervisor, which is an elected county commissioner in the state of Wisconsin. And I am representing the Hip Hop Congress and also Clergy Strategic Alliances, LLC.
Okay, great. And can you tell me what role you're in today and what that means?
Today I am serving in the role of an invited truth commissioner for the Poor People's Campaign for Economic Human Rights. And what that honor, which is a very distinguished honor, means for me is that there is consideration that there are people both around the world and in the United States of America who, because of their experience, the organizations that they're involved in, and the experience that they have, are in a very unique position to hear and receive the testimony from people from all over the country and all over the world that will help to frame and focus a structured discussion and agenda around advancing human rights initiatives both here in the United States of America and in countries throughout the world where those human rights abuses are occurring.
Wow. That's not going to need any editing. Fantastic.
I very much admire the work of the United Nations. I consider the work of the United Nations to be extremely invaluable to people around the world, especially poor, disenfranchised, and exploited people who are suffering beneath the tyranny and exploitation of both governments and corporations who really work together to do that. But the idea of this Truth Commission means a lot more to me than even the work of the United Nations, because sooner or later the people themselves have to take the initiative. The Campaign for Economic Human Rights for Poor People is actively engaging poor people in this struggle and has been for over a decade. To then, at this point in that organization's history, or should I say that movement's history, go around the country and say, we will identify individuals, some of whom are involved with the United Nations and some who are not. But we will ask people to come in our behalf and represent the people, not the governments who appoint and not the governments who fund United Nations, but just represent the people that this coalition has been advocating for, as I said, for over a decade. So the idea of a truth commission is to say, United Nations, we thank you and applaud you and the governments who support you, but in behalf of the people, we want to implement another layer of focused leadership to advocate for and to work directly with the people's advocates in order to advance human rights agendas in this country and around the world.
Fantastic.